Today, we'll be reviewing Curadev Pharma, a stealthy Swiss biotech developing a next-gen STING agonist for advanced solid tumors in collaboration with Memorial Sloan Kettering MSK. We'll cover the opportunity, product, market access strategy, valuation, and key catalysts and risks. Let's dive in. 1. Opportunity. The market for novel cancer treatments remains robust, driven by unmet needs in hard-to-treat cancers and increasing demand for less toxic, more effective therapies. The convergence of immunotherapy resistance, market pull, and new technologies creates a favorable environment for innovative companies like Curadev. From a clinical standpoint, there is a need for therapies that can target immunotherapy-resistant cold tumors. Standard treatments like chemotherapy and radiotherapy often face challenges with efficacy and side effects. The rise of immune checkpoint inhibitors has revolutionized treatment, but only a subset of patients respond. Moreover, many of these patients eventually develop resistance, highlighting the need for alternative or combination immunotherapies. From a user experience standpoint, patients are increasingly seeking less invasive treatment methods. Traditional approaches like intratumoral injections are inconvenient and burdensome. Systemic delivery offers a more convenient and accessible solution, improving adherence and overall quality of life. From a payer and provider perspective, there is a push for cost-effective therapies that can either substitute or complement existing expensive options like cellular therapies. 2. Product. Curadev's lead asset, CRD3874 SI, is a next-generation systemic STING stimulator of interferon genes agonist designed for improved tolerability and immune activation. Unlike earlier STING drugs, which require direct tumor injection, CRD3874 SI is systemically administered, offering broader reach and patient convenience. This addresses limitations of prior STING agonists, enabling treatment of deep or metastatic tumor sites and reducing dosing frequency. Additionally, its allosteric modulation mechanism provides more controlled immune stimulation, reducing potential off-target toxicity. Finally, this approach holds promise for combination use with checkpoint inhibitors and other immunotherapies, expanding its reach in a broader patient population. From a user experience standpoint, the 4-based systemic administration is simpler and more scalable compared to intratumoral options. This enhances patient adherence and ease of use in both outpatient and hospital oncology settings. Overall, the product addresses critical limitations of previous STING agonists, providing a compelling alternative for patients and clinicians alike. 3. Market access strategy. To successfully commercialize CRD3874 SI, Curadev must navigate a strategic market access pathway that considers clinical, regulatory, and payer perspectives. This involves completing biomarker-driven phase 1 cohorts with MSK support, generating evidence for breakthrough therapy or fast-track designation, and engaging with the FDA early. Building a strong real-world data or WD package demonstrating patient response, healthcare resource utilization, and overall survival benefit is crucial. Securing a strategic partnership or out-licensing following phase 2 proof-of-concept results would enable broader access and resources for pivotal trials and commercialization. Emphasizing RWE and cost-effectiveness modeling will be important to secure reimbursement and formulary adoption. 4. Valuation and due diligence. As a private biotech firm, Curadev's exact valuation is not publicly disclosed. However, we can estimate its value based on similar MSK Accelerator collaborations, which typically involve institutional investment rounds of $10 million to $20 million. Considering this, Curadev's estimated post-money valuation is likely in the range of $100 million to $150 million as of today. Previous deals with larger pharma partners such as Takeda, Bayer, and Roche signal external validation and high platform potential. Using a risk-adjusted DCF analysis, we estimate Curadev's value to be in the range of $200 million to $300 million. Our assumptions include a 20% probability of technical and regulatory success, estimated peak sales of $800 million per year in a niche solid tumor setting, a revenue ramp from 2028 to 2035, and a 15% discount rate. This analysis yields an NPV in the range of $200 million to $300 million. Upside scenarios include positive phase 2 data, licensing deals, or acquisition interest. Downside risks include adverse safety findings or breakthrough competitive agonists. 5. Commercialization catalyst and EPS outlook. Key catalysts for Curadev include the completion of Phase 1A, B trials, including safety and biomarker readouts expected in 2025 to 2026. Initiation of Phase 2 trials in select solid tumor indications is expected in 2027 to 2028 with potential interim readouts in 2029. This timeline also coincides with the potential for strategic partnerships or co-development deals. Should Curadev go public by 2026 to 2027, it could report pre-revenue net losses through 2029. Earnings per share could shift positive in 2031 to 2032 with successful commercialization. Assuming a risk-adjusted probability of success and peak sales in line with our DCF assumptions, we estimate EPS could range from $1.20 to $1.80 by 2030 depending on the licensing structure and retained sales rights. 6. Risks and mitigants. Clinical risk. Systemic STING agonists could induce cytokine release syndrome or inflammatory toxicity. This risk is partially mitigated by CRD3874 SI's allosteric mechanism and MSK's clinical infrastructure. Regulatory risk. Failure to demonstrate a statistically significant overall survival or PFS benefit could delay approval. Biomarker-based subgroup selection will be essential. Market risk. Entry of larger pharma players with similar or superior agents may reduce pricing leverage. Curadev must move quickly to Phase 2 and strategic partnerships. Financing risk. Additional capital will be required for pivotal trial execution. A strong interim data package will be critical for attracting Series C or IPO investors. 7. Recommendation and forward-looking outlook. Despite these challenges, we remain optimistic about Curadev's prospects. Its collaboration with MSK provides high-quality infrastructure, de-risks early clinical development, and increases the chances of reaching critical milestones. Strategic recommendations include accelerating Phase 1/2 enrollment and generating robust translational data, exploring combination trials with PD-1, IL-1 checkpoint inhibitors, preparing for a Series C or IPO by 2026 timed with Phase 2 initiation, and structuring future deals with potential CVRs to maximize exit upside. In conclusion, Curadev's progress with CRD3874 SI through the MSK Accelerator marks a critical inflection point in systemic STING agonist development. With a clear product-market fit, supportive infrastructure, and strategic value-building roadmap, the asset is well-positioned for midterm success. Investors should monitor Phase 1/2 data and partnership announcements as key catalysts for value realization.